Hi everyone, this is Killshot 99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead Season 10. We're going to fast forward to Episode 9, maybe 10, 11, 12. But we're going to talk about Rick. Could he had some interaction with Virgil? Could there be some clues? Been sort of playing this out and want to get your thoughts and ideas. Before we get too far into this, got a couple announcements. One, I just want to say, I know we did some surveys earlier today to find out what everybody's thankful for. I'm very thankful to the Patreon Army. I appreciate everything that those guys do. The PDL sponsors, if you guys had a chance, hopefully you got to check out the new box art that we're going to be rolling out for our PDL packs. The moderators always do a tremendous job here, the super chatters, and of course, each and every one of you, the 999 Army, absolutely blessed and thankful that you guys are here every single night. We have some great chats, good interaction, and just some of the best people that you'd ever want to hang out with. So appreciate each and every one of you. We are going to, what is up, Eric Beach? Hopefully you're having a wonderful holiday. So let me tell you guys a little bit how Wacky Wednesday is going to work. It's not quite as out there as Freestyle Friday, but it's going to be very casual. So we're going to hang out. We're going to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Could be the holiday, if that's what you guys want to talk about. We are going to get a Walking Dead theme in there, but we don't have to stay with that topic. We can mix it up a little bit. But this, I saw an article today, comicbook.com. It's just getting more and more funny to me that I threw this gauntlet down and said, Michonne is done. She's not coming back to the main land. She's going to be out there on that island, and that's it. And then we started to find out two things recently in articles. Is one, Michonne only has one more episode. Angela Kang has went on record and said that this is the end game for Michonne. And I think they kind of threw us for a little bit of a loop because, we saw Michonne holding Lucille, and in everybody's mind, it's like, no, she's pointing it at Negan. I don't think so. I'm going to say she's pointing it at Virgil. I think those weapons, Virgil's been going back and forth. He's got a cache of weapons that are out there, and here's what's going to happen. Michonne is, remember, there's 7 years have passed. So the helicopter picked up Rick. Jadis Group, the helicopter people, whether they were CRM at the time or whatever they were 7 years ago, they were using that naval base to fly back and forth. They were doing these runs, and they needed a place to get there quick to pick up Rick, and they picked up Rick. They took him back to the naval base. I think they patched him up. They did everything they needed to do, put him on a plane, put him on whatever else, and then flew him to Philadelphia or somewhere in Pennsylvania, maybe Philadelphia. So that's my theory, and I think Michonne is going to get back over there. She's probably going to see Lucille, and I think she's going to find let me throw this out there. If Michonne finds a Rick Grimes clue, what do you think she's going to find? I'm going to say a belt buckle. I'm going to say there's something, that belt that he used to pull himself off the rebar. Something, an item of clothing. And when she finds out that he made it all the way over there, then she will go hell and high water to track him down. That's like the ultimate clue. And Denise Huth and Angela Kang both had an interview and said that they wanted to do right by Michonne. So if they wanted to do right by Michonne and they find something of Rick's on this island, come on, think about this. What would you guys do? If you had been looking for your long-lost love for 7 years and then you're on some stranded, deserted island out there and you find some Rick Grimes, is paraphernalia the right word? I think that has like a Rick Grimes item. How about that? When I say paraphernalia, it might give a different connotation. But that's the way it's going to go down. Do you guys see any other way this goes down? Anybody still holding on to the hope that she goes over there, she loads up with weapons, and she comes back? She's only going to be evidence. There you go. Thank you, Tamara. Evidence is the word I'm looking for. I'm not drinking, but I bet many of you are. I'm curious. Anybody? I know Emmy's having some whiskey. I will bet a Kills coin Emmy's drinking whiskey. Let me see what you guys. Let's do a drink check with everybody. Anybody having a nice pre-holiday beverage? I did lie to you guys. I said that I was totally going off of my Orange Edition Red Bull, but I did fire one up today. I needed it. I was a little tired, to be honest. Didn't get quite as much sleep last night as I wanted to, so yeah, I had to break out the Red Bull Orange Edition. Tamara's got some Bud Light working. Oh, Bonnie Wright having that Pepsi. Let me also say, Bonnie just became a member about 10 minutes ago. So thank you so much, Bonnie. Appreciate you joining our team. I know you've watched some of the videos and you said you haven't commented a whole lot, but hopefully you feel, obviously you felt comfortable enough to sign up for membership, and we appreciate you being here and looking forward to your thoughts, your insight, and just your overall presence of being here. Great group of people. We got listening now. That's fine. Heart of Nixie making some pies. What kind of pies are you making, Heart of Nixie? Respond. I need to know. I'm going to say it's got to be a pumpkin pie. And Will the Bill is supposed to pop in here. He's doing some, I want to say it the right way, turducken? Is that the way you do it? Like turkey, duck, and chicken? He said he was going to send me some pictures, but yeah, Will was doing that thing. Yeah, I'm Heart of Nixie. I'm asking, what kind of pies are you making? Pumpkin. I knew it. Oh, wait, there's a whole lot of other stuff to it. Pumpkin, lemon meringue, gooseberry, black. Wow, that's a lot of pie. So how many of you have had this turkey, duck, chicken combination? Turducken. Okay, there you go. Turkey. I don't know what it's called, man. I've never had it. I just found out about it like 3 days ago. Turducken. Yeah, I don't know what a dur would be. Dur, I guess. All right. Well, I mean, I guess there's some flying animal called a dirk, maybe. All right, just pig. Fair enough. I'm not cooking Thanksgiving. I'm gonna go visit people that are this year. Georgia pecan pie. Oh man, now you're getting close to my heart. Man, look at Eric Beach rocking a Southern Comfort and Coke. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, SoCo and Coke, Jack and Coke, Jim Beam and Coke, Evan Williams and Coke, Crown Royal and Coke. You just break out the whole list. Well, I'm also looking forward to Kel singing because there is zero chance. Actually, I think there's a less than zero chance that Michonne's going to die. I mean, when you see the showrunner saying things like, we wanted to do right by Michonne, well, doing right by Michonne is not having her come back with weapons and die. That's not doing right by her. Doing right by her is giving her an open-ended exit and letting her transition over to the movies to find Rick Grimes. That's doing right by her. We can read between the lines on that one. But, I like the naval base story. How many people like the naval base story with Virgil? I think on the surface, if you looked at it, it could be construed as Fear the Walking Dead coincidental. But I think it's much better than that. Because with Fear the Walking Dead, for example, they would have, this is how convenient Fear the Walking Dead is. They're walking along and somebody's thirsty and then all of a sudden they find a canteen. That's how it happens on Fear the Walking Dead. Walking Dead is, they make it convenient sometimes, but they tell such a big open-ended story that it makes it amazing. And it's going back to that naval base that Virgil just happened to discover. A naval base is it's a huge point of interest. It's not like it's just some random cabin on an island that she's just going to happen to run into. A naval base would be something that would be big enough for that chopper to land if it was occupied, for them to take care of Rick, get him up to speed, leave all his old stuff behind, get him changed, get him flown out to where he's going to go, and then Michonne just happens on that. And it's not like she just happened onto it, a month later. We're talking 7 years. Shannon M., we don't celebrate Thanksgiving here in Australia, but happy Thanksgiving to all of you and my 999 Army friends. Shannon, I would say happy Thanksgiving, but you preluded that. But thank you so much. Appreciate the well wishes for everybody here in the States. And, I'm going to do my research. I need to find out, what's your next big Aussie holiday? What's do you have a Thanksgiving equivalent? And pardon my ignorance, because I just don't know. But what is a big Thanksgiving type of holiday in Australia? So Canadian Thanksgiving was in October. Yeah, I missed that one too. We have Australia Day in January. Okay. Well, you know what? We'll have to celebrate that. Why don't we do this? Why don't we just start celebrating everybody's holidays? Even just for a little bit. So yeah, here's what our Canadians need to do. You guys gotta let us know in advance. So just, hey, Kills, we got a Thanksgiving coming up in Canada. Cool. We'll celebrate that. We can just all kind of celebrate each other's holidays. If we do that, I think we'll be celebrating probably half the year. And as we grow our audience, we'll grow our audience to almost every country. We'll have something going on every week. We'll make it a daily buffet. Something going on. Hey, no boundaries. We're worldwide. So, yeah, that'd be an idea. And, I think this time of year, too, I think the time of year makes you more sentimental. Or Michonne being on that boat going to find Rick might make me more sentimental, too. But the goodbye hug with Judith, that moment just didn't feel like they were going to reunite. Fluff the Flamethrower, 100% not kidding. They need to make Steve Irwin a saint ASAP. Yeah, I miss me some Steve Irwin. Super. I do. I loved me some Steve Irwin too. Yep, absolutely. Karen Scott wants to know, where's RJ at? He's back there. Who's got the RJ trackers? RJ Hilltop or Alexandria? Alexandria? Oh boy. If RJ's at Alexandria and Beta and the boys come rushing in Alexandria, we got a problem. Magnus babysitting. Well, Daryl ain't keeping him safe because Daryl's in a cave. I'm not worried about anybody watching over Judith, at least now. I do think they're going to get hijacked. But yeah, I mean, you got Coco, you got Gracie, you got RJ. Man, Alexandria is going to be in a lot of trouble. And maybe Eugene, Ezekiel, somebody's watching him. So, let's think about this. Who are the power people still left in Alexandria? I mean, you got Magna, Carol, Jerry, Daryl, Kelly Connie. But, I mean, you got 75% of your badassery stuck in that mind. So yeah, I mean, who's left? Rosita? Well, Scott is at Ocean. He's at Oceanside right now. Scott, Luke, and Judith. Okay, well, there you go, Gina. Good point. Father G is there. As long as Father G is there in his new fit of rage, Alexander's going to be all right. Father G, Rosita, King Ezekiel. So, I mean, yeah, there's some people there, but it certainly is not our best. In Hilltop, we got Earl and Alden. Earl and Alden and Yumiko. Yumiko's still at Hilltop, I'm guessing. So, who is this mystery partner that Eleanor Matsura is going to be teaming up with? You guys remember when she was on Talking Dead and she said that this little tiff between her and Magna is going to force her for new partnerships, and basically what she meant fighting companions. But who do you think this person is? Zeke is in Alexandria right now. Eugene and Yumiko fighting side by side. I mean, yeah, it seems a little awkward. Alden, maybe? Mariah. I heard a theory that Jules might be a Whisper spy. I don't know. Yeah, actually, I think about 3 weeks ago, we started that theory right here in this stream. There's a couple that we've sort of thrown out there and really dug down. One was the Jules possibly being a Whisper spy when we talked about every community, and then the Michonne not coming back. It's likely, if something's being discussed, that this group has probably discussed it pretty early on. We hit a variety of topics. A lot of them happen to end up on comicbook.com about a week later, somehow. It's okay, Cameron. I don't hate you. You can watch all you want. No worries, man. No jealousy. Just keep us in print, and every once in a while, just throw a little 999 reference in at the bottom of your articles. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Just every once in a while, just give us a little shout out. Good point. Good point, Fluff. I like that. I did, Eric. Sorry about that. So, Eric Beach, Super Chat, kills. End of season prediction. Tell us who is dying. Connie's dying. Luke is dying. Magna's dying. Alpha. Yeah, Alpha's dying. And Ezekiel is dying. So, I mean, I'm not going to go much more than that. I think there's going to be several. I don't think it's going to be a complete reboot. Magna, Zeke, Luke, Connie, Alpha. The only two left from Magna's group are going to be Yumiko and Kelly. Kelly is going to be the new Tara. Just deal with it. No. See, it can't be Connie. I mean, you guys understand that Daryl and Negan are they're the male sex symbols on the show. So they can't keep them tied down in relationships too long. As bad as some people want to see it or think that maybe they deserve it, it's just not, it's not in their long-term story plans. So, I mean, you had to know that when Connie started getting close to Daryl, that was her death, that's her death sentence. Magna, Zeke, Luke. Yeah, I could throw you a Father G in there too. I don't want to see Seth Gilliam gone. I like him. Yeah, Father G could die in this whole Coco mix, helping Rosita. And, and I think he's already crossed that line. So, I mean, I'm not saying what he did was wrong for most, but it was wrong for him. So, yeah, I think Father G probably gone too. They can always pick up a new priest when they go to Commonwealth. Rachel, yeah, Rachel's dead. Cindy will be the only main survivor from Oceanside. I think, as I said before, I think Jules is, I think she's a traitor. I think Jules will kill Rachel. Cindy will escape. Oceanside's gone. In fact, all of Oceanside needs to be gone. Yeah. Oceanside's story is kind of, it's fairly lame, and I don't know where we go from here with Oceanside. Look, think about it. We started out, Oceanside was just, Tara just kind of washed up on the shore. And then we didn't even get Cindy as a regular character. And then they went back to Oceanside. I mean, they've kind of been there, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I think they got to get them off the face of the map pretty soon. I like Cindy too. See that, there you go. There's my partnership. All right, I'm going to give you my partnership prediction. Cindy will be the only survivor from Oceanside. Yumiko will escape Hilltop. Cindy and Yumiko. Boom, there's a badass combo. What do you guys think? Give that a thumbs up. That's my bold partnership prediction. And here's kind of, before these wipeouts happen, usually there's something that kind of changes the story or cues it a little bit. I think it's awfully convenient. So why is it that Michonne is necessarily sending Luke, Scott, and Judith back to Alexandria when they just left Alexandria to go to Hilltop to go to Oceanside? wouldn't you think of all the places out there for Judith right now that Oceanside would probably feel the safest? Like, if it's my kid and Scott's there, I'm going to say, look, Scott, you keep her safe here. Shannon M. Michonne will be back to hand Negan Lucille. I don't think so, Shannon. I think Michonne is going to find weapons, including Lucille, at that naval base. I think she's going to find some stuff from Jadis. I think she's going to find some stuff that Virgil. I don't see her making it back to the mainland. And I certainly think it would be very hard for her and Negan to have an interaction if she's only going to be on, think about this, if she's only going to be on one more episode and we haven't even seen her, look at the logistics problem here. Michonne's got one episode left. So that would mean we got to watch her sail all the way to the naval base, do whatever she's going to do at the naval base, load up, go all the way back, which is another 2 days. So that's 4 days that you're going to put into one episode. Then it's a 1 day ride back to Alexandria, which is closer to Negan. So there's another 5 days, and then she's got to have Lucille, and then she's got to, if she did have Lucille, which we don't know she does, let's say she had it hidden somewhere, which has been a theory, and that's not proved, she'd have to go get it out of her closet, then go meet Negan in the woods. There's no way you could have 6 days worth of activity in one episode. Just, it's not going to happen. If you told me she was going to be in 3 more episodes, then I'd say, yeah, okay, that story might pan out. But because we don't know where Lucille is, I think that there's been people just looting this stuff, going back and forth. And Lucille, when Virgil said, we got a lot of weapons, I think the thought process is, oh, they got a lot of rocket launchers. No, they probably have some guns, some bats, some knives, all of those things that you can equip people with. And I think Lucille's going to be one of those. Michonne picks it up, points and says, where did you get this? Who had this? It's going to be something like real intense. Will, it doesn't work, guys. Will, Shannon, I get where your heart's at with this, that you want her back. And I'm neutral. I don't care. I don't have a horse in the race here. What I'm saying is the writers have confirmed she has one more episode. Give me a scenario where we can get 6 days worth of stuff in one episode. It just doesn't make logistical sense. Because there's just going to be so many you talk about a plot hole, then fans are going to wonder, like, that was a fast trip. How did that happen? And absolutely, Taya, if you know she's going to leave, what's the value of having her leave, come back? Oh, and I didn't even add that, right? So then she's got to leave again. So how does that story work out? If you've only got you don't have an hour, you got 45 minutes to tell this story. That's at least 3 hours worth of story that you're going to tell. Based on that alone, guys, I don't see it. I really don't. I think she said her goodbyes. Everything is set up really, really nicely to discover a Rick clue, or several Rick clues that just happen to be at that naval base. That's a big, big deal. Virgil is not just some person that popped in there. The writers threw that in there with a big, big backstory. The naval base is a huge, huge deal. It is a landmark location that would make perfect sense for that helicopter to land. There's zero chance she dies, Joey. No way. No way. Because, we've learned, if there's anything we've learned from buzzwords of the showrunners. When they say stuff like, we wanted to do right by the character that's been here so long. So when they said we wanted to do right by Rick, well, what did that mean? They're using the exact same words that they used with Rick. This is a character that's so big, we want to make sure that we leave it open-ended for the opportunity for her to move on to the movies. Ocean Man, wishing the 999 Army happy Thanksgiving Eve. Thank you so much, Ocean Man. Appreciate that. So many people have been a part of this channel for a long time, and I look forward to seeing you guys every single night. The chats, the passion, the support that you guys give for this channel. So thank you so much, and I hope you and your family have a phenomenal Thanksgiving as well. Coming back on a bigger boat. I mean, I want to know what happened to Virgil's boat. See, this one to me would be worthy of I feel more comfortable and confident with this Michonne theory than I did with June dying. And we all know that June should have died. If the writers had any huevos whatsoever on Fear the Walking Dead, they would have killed June to kind of push that story along. But I think I've read kind of bits and pieces from several people that all the effort they went through to get this to a point, Michonne is at a good exit spot. I think from the story perspective, she's at a good exit spot. And if they only bring her back to have her leave again, it gets a little bit tricky. Especially since, let me throw this out there. How many people think that Michonne is going to bring weapons back to Alexandria? How many people think that Michonne is going to help use those weapons and go fight Alpha and the Whisperers? Or is she just going to drop them off and then leave? Here you go. Peace. Gotta go. All right, and she's going to fight Alpha. Wait, she's just going to drop off the weapons? You guys got to help me out with this. She's going to drop off the weapons and then leave? How many people think she's going to be there when Alpha dies? She's going to fight. So how many people think that after she's there and Alpha dies, that she is willingly going to leave Judith and RJ with someone at Alexandria because now it's safe? See, you guys see what I'm doing here? There's a lot of ifs. So how many people think all this is going to happen in one 45-minute episode? So, in one 45-minute episode, okay, let me tell you guys, Michonne has one episode left confirmed. Just one. Not two, not three, not five. Just one. Confirmed. She hasn't even got to the island yet. We haven't even seen her having a conversation. This is all we've seen is her on the boat with Virgil. Exactly, Eric. Best 45 minutes in TV history. So I've got to kind of paint this again. the boat ride to the island. Apparently, she's not going to want to see anything on the island. She's just going to get back. Virgil, I got to run, load up the boat, I got to take off. So, no history, no lore, no where did you get these weapons, just nothing else. Then she goes all the way back to Oceanside. How's she getting the weapons back to Alexandria? Scott, Luke, and Judith are on their way back to Alexandria. How's Michonne getting the weapons back to Alexandria in this one episode? Okay, and if she was just going to see, guys, hang on. You guys you're giving me bits and pieces. I'm trying to go in a straight line here. So, if she was going to bring the weapons back in 2 days, why didn't she just have Scott, Luke, and Judith wait for her for 2 days and take the weapons back with her in her own horse and car? Why is she sending them 2 days ahead and then trying to find another buggy to transfer the weapons? Because she's not going to get back with the weapons. It's not going to happen. It's a plot hole. It makes absolute zero sense for her to send them to Alexandria if she's just going to go to Alexandria anyway. She doesn't know that yet, Johnny, but we know that, right? And that's what I'm saying is, look, the character Michonne, to your point, doesn't know she's only got one more episode. I mean, you got to differentiate from the character Michonne and the actress who knows that she's got one more episode to make all this stuff happen. So in Michonne's mind, she's probably got another 10 years, which is why they send them forward. But it just doesn't logistically work with them going to Oceanside and then randomly sending them back, which would make sense. Okay, you guys leave, because now what she in essence has done, she's added an extra day to an already shortened episode, which there's no way you can get this much content in one show. And then, just for sake of argument, let's just say miraculously we got fast forward and she does meet them back in Alexandria. Now you got the big story of she's got to help them fight. She's going to help them fight. That's going to take at least another episode or two. So if the exit is not now, where is the exit? And then you're going to have this really, really awkward thing. So the only way that I could say it's even remotely possible that Michonne got back is if Michonne died. That would be the only thing, is if she died fighting Alpha. How many people think she's going to die fighting Alpha? And I would say probably almost nobody. I agree, Ocean Man. And look, I'm not saying this to pee on anybody's parade here. Is that even an analogy? Anyway, you get it. I'm saying this to try to be neutral. But I got to go with the facts that I'm given. And based on these facts, it's awkward. It's an awkward story to say there's any chance that she'll make it back. Well, you can believe she'll make it back, Joey, but you can't give me anything concrete that says, that validates the fact that she'll make it back. And in fact, everything points toward she just doesn't have time. I mean, you give me another 3 episodes and I can say anything is possible. But if you only give me 1 episode, no, there's no way. If she was already at the island and the weapons were in the boat, then maybe there's a chance. But we haven't even seen what the island looks like. We don't even know what she's going to run into when she gets there. And that stuff takes time. That's not just... And then we see her like in this burlap type of hoodie. So I don't even know what that's about. She might have ran into the wrong people, or maybe there's some people there that she's running from. We got Goucher. Thank you so much, Goucher. Appreciate that. Super sticker. Thanks for popping in on this pre-Thanksgiving. This is like a pre-Thanksgiving passionate rant. I know who confirmed it, Julia, but she's got one more episode, and I will say that Angela Kang and Denise Huth have also stated this is Michonne's endgame, which is in addition to reporting that she has one episode left. This is her endgame. And what's funny is the Michonne story is probably the biggest story of the first half, and it completely went under the radar. Completely. Like all the things that we were talking about was, oh man, what's going on with Gamma and Aaron? Oh man, Sadiq. What's going on with, oh, they're trapped. And Michonne's on a boat and is likely never going to make it back, and we just completely ignored that storyline. That's a big deal. I mean, this is one of the top 3 actors on the show is going to be leaving the show. And I think anything that messes with time, it's going to be a little awkward, because I don't know that based on where the group is right now. So let me ask you guys this, all right? All those people right now are trapped in a cave. Let's transition from Michonne. Do those people in the cave have 1 week? What do you guys think? I'm not saying can they live in the cave for 1 week. I'm saying Alpha just trapped them. Is this Whisper War going to last another 7, 8, 9, 10 days? I don't think she's going to leave them in there to torture them. I think the second half, I would not be surprised if the whole second half of this season all takes place within a week. What do you guys think about that? Will the Bill, I got it. I know how it's possible. Tell us, Will. Time machine? So think about the first half. You know, prison, relationships, planting strawberries, helping each other. And everybody has stated that the second half is like action, reaction, action, reaction. It's going to go fast. Will the time jump during commercial? Boom. Will, you're killing me, man. It's going to be you're going to Doctor Who that, right? So, if the second half, let's put this, appreciate that, Will. Let's put this into context. Our group is trapped in a tunnel. How long do you think they have been in that cave before Beta charges Alexandria? Give me your thoughts. Miss says it'll take less than 3 days. All right. 2 days. So here's the thing. Joey says 1 day. Let's simultaneously go through both of these stories. At this moment, Michonne is on the boat 2 days away from the island. Daryl, Carol, Jerry are trapped in a mine shaft that they're not going to be there very long. Judith is making her way back toward Alexandria. All right. So let's say 1 day takes place. All right. In 1 day, either Daryl's still going to be trapped or Alpha is going to start picking them off and killing them. But they need to get out because Alpha knows they're trapped there. But Gamma goes back and says, hey, they're trapped there. And then we see Beta go in. Michonne's still not at the island. Let's say another day goes by. Now Michonne is finally at the island. More people are probably dead. Coco might have been kidnapped. Hilltop could have been rushed. Michonne is still 3 days away from Alexandria with the weapons if she were to come back. It doesn't work. I can't make it work. Even if I time skip it, I can't stop what Alpha is doing to Daryl and the rest of the group. I can't stop what is happening in Alexandria. So even if she gets back in 2 days, she's still in Oceanside. And then she's still a day away from getting to Alexandria. So you're talking about 5 full days before she even gets back. And when she gets back, who is in Alexandria? I mean, we don't even know. It's not like she's going to march in and say, hey, everybody, I'm back. These people in Alexandria could have already scattered like ants. We don't even know, where they're going to stay. And by that point, I got to tell you, the episode's over. So, we can't just leave. We're going to leave Michonne hanging in Alexandria. That's going to be like her exit, right? Michonne shows up with weapons in Alexandria, and everybody's gone. And it just fades to black. What happened to Michonne? What happened to the lost city of Alexandria? No, I mean, well, okay, Ben, let's just say for sake of argument, I don't think there's enough time for that to happen. So Ben says Maggie shows up. Maggie shows up. Don't think Michonne has made it back, but then you still got kind of that awkward introduction. Don't you think it takes at least an episode or a half an episode to develop that storyline? Maggie shows up. Hey, guess what, Mitch? Got some news about Rick. Here, let me help you kill. I'll take care of this Alpha lady. You take my vehicle. Go north. You'll find Rick there. It just doesn't work that fast. I mean, there's got to be some formalities, some talking, some thoughts, some development, some clues. All of those things take time to shape. Not one episode. But what doesn't take long is for her to get to that naval base and to have something crazy happen at that naval base. So I'm going to turn this around and ask you guys a question. We got Will the Bill super chatting. So this is when the next Pike scene happens. The group gets out of the cave days later to find more heads near Alexandria. Absolutely. Well, I think everybody in that cave survives except one. Well, actually, here's what I think happens. I think Magna, all right, I'm going to go super bold prediction here. I think the cave is going to be just high enough that they can stack up and they can lift Magna up to the top. So Magna gets up there, but that's why she's solo. She's trying to find an exit. She's trying to find a way out. You stack all these people, might be 25 feet high. One person gets up there. She's a goner. I think Alpha cuts her head off, puts it on a pike. Magna's done. But then you got the rest of the group here, and that's where I think Connie is talking about. See, here's the clue I think a lot of people missed. Connie said, anything for us. What do you think that means? You think that was just something randomly she wrote on a sheet of paper? I mean, she wrote that down and held it up not only where Daryl could see it, but where the viewers could see it. Anything for us, to me, means Connie is going to get the Andrea death. Connie will have to lead the walkers out to save the rest of the group. So Connie's head won't be on a pike. Magna will. It's okay. There's nothing wrong for the denial, but I think the Connie things work for a couple of reasons. One, it's strongly rumored she dies. Number two, it breaks that awkwardness of Daryl being in a relationship with somebody that is going to be tough to write for him. And number three, and Robin Vance here, I think a lot of people would rather it be Kelly. But if there's anything we've learned about The Walking Dead, it doesn't matter who we want. It's, it kind of go back to like, there's a lot of people say, well, I'd rather it be somebody except Carl. But it's not the way it works. Or I'd rather Sadiq not have died. I mean, it's just whatever works for the story. And I think the Connie thing, I certainly would rather it be Kelly than Connie, but I think Connie's going to send a stronger impact. So, Will, to answer that question, yes. I think you're going to have a lot of stuff going on. You're going to have, remember, action, reaction, action, reaction. There's going to be some kidnapping. There's going to be some pikes. There's going to be some fighting back. But it doesn't feel like Michonne is making it back off that island. Which means I'm going to divert my thought process and my theories in a little different direction. So, those of you that think something will go down on the island and Michonne will not be back, give me your thoughts in chat right now. What potentially could happen to Michonne once she gets there to keep her from making it back? And Joey, don't forget, guys, did anybody really feel the relevance of the walkie-talkie? That Michonne is going to get some words in with Judith or with RJ? Did anybody else feel like the reason Michonne, maybe not for her, but the reason Judith will make it back to Alexandria is so that Michonne gets to say goodbye to RJ over the radio? I mean, how would this go down? If after the Brave Man story, what if Michonne has a chance to talk to RJ and says, RJ, I've got some information and I'm going to find the Brave Man. Disconnection. Boom. Michonne's going to find the Brave Man. She's going to find RJ's dad. She's trying to make a difference. The radio, okay? She sent Judith back. It's a plot hole. Doesn't make sense. RJ's back in Alexandria. Doesn't make sense. They got the radio. Michonne's stuck over there. Something weird happens to her and she can't get back. Your daddy is the Brave Man. That's the way you write it. That's the way you write it for maximum impact. And then you don't have to go through that awkward stuff again of getting back and saying goodbye all over again. So, exactly. So once again, and I missed a couple of your comments, things that could happen to Michonne on the island to keep her trapped, distracted, or push her story in a different direction. Just a couple ideas. I saw a helicopter. A definitive Rick clue, right? A shirt, a jacket, a belt. Something that's been there for 7 years that only Michonne would recognize. And I got to ask you guys, try to put yourself in the moment. I know it's difficult, but let's say, and it's episode 12 is what we're hearing potentially could be Michonne's last episode. So there's going to be some things that go down. But in this episode, and they're going to bill it, trust me, when I tell you, they'll say Michonne's last episode, just like they did Rick. So I want you guys and ladies, sorry, I say guys, and I know it's slang, but I want everyone, remember when Michonne was pregnant and she was out there looking for every Rick Grimes clue she could find? That she never gave up? So I want you to put yourself in the moment. In the second half, Michonne's on this island, and she sees something that belongs to Rick. And all that 7 years of hope and belief, the bottom lip's going to be shaking, right? Like she's going to be losing it. I want you guys to visualize that. Visualize the fact that she knew that his items, there's only one way he could have made it over there, and it wasn't on his own. That someone had to bail him out. And that he's still out there somewhere. And now she is not going to give up. Her sole purpose is to get back to him. It's a powerful, powerful story. All right, I've had a lot of fun with this. You guys, we're going to wind this thing down very shortly. So let's get out of Walking Dead mode and let's get into 999 Army mode. First and foremost, I want to thank all of you guys. It has been an incredible... We're not going anywhere. We're not like Michonne. This isn't our last episode. So hold tight just for a minute. But with the holidays coming up, and we won't be streaming tomorrow night or Friday, I'll be back Saturday morning for a Coffee with Kills, maybe a rant, maybe a casual stream. But Saturday morning, 11 o'clock, I will be back live, taking a couple days off. And I know we'll have an action-packed December. December is going to be a lot of theories, a lot of speculation, some good funneling like we do now. Some news is going to come out, some confirmed, some not confirmed. But we're also going to bring a couple of our really, really fun streams back. One of those streams is going to be brand new, which is going to be Mashup Mondays. Another stream we're bringing back next Tuesday is going to be Random Things. If you guys don't know what Random Things is, it is very participatory. We need you guys. Some of you wallflowers that sit back, we need you to get in chat because that makes it a whole lot of fun. We're going to be doing rhyme time, kills connections. We'll do our top, we're going to do top lists and count them down. Wednesday, we're going to do some What If Wednesdays. We're going to say, what if Michonne doesn't come back? What if Alpha survives and gets away? We're going to do some hypotheticals and get your best theories. Thursday, we're going to do Walking Dead topics and do some top nines. And then Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday, we'll do Play Dead Live and Freestyle Friday. So a whole lot of good stuff, but I got to thank you guys for all your support, everything that you guys do, because if you weren't here every night, I wouldn't be here every night. Amy Ferreira, happy Thanksgiving to all of you hanging with the kids. Thank you so much, Amy. Appreciate that super chat. And hopefully you and your family have a wonderful Thanksgiving as well. And a shout out to Derek. Hopefully is a great Thanksgiving. Will the Bill, Cruel's comment. She is Virgil's A or B so he can get back to his family. Ooh. Still negotiating those A's and B's. It's a good point. It's a good point. And, cruel, it stays within the Michonne storyline. So Virgil tricks her, gets her back. She's taken captive, and there never were any weapons. That would be a nice twist, wouldn't it? Now, I don't know that it does justice to her character if she's not willfully looking for Rick, but I do love it. I do love that story. Because we know it's a valid story, and we know they're still looking for A's and B's. Good stuff, everybody. Lastly, I did this on the Facebook fan page. So I'm going to close this stream with one last request. Well, two. One, hit the like button, everybody. Come on, show some love for the 999 Army. If you like what we do and you're going to be here. Actually, if you guys are going to be here all the month of December and you're going to help out with all those streams, the mashups, we're going to do prize giveaways, the random things, we're going to have a lot of fun with that. If you guys are going to keep this thing cranking December and January or February until The Walking Dead is back, then show a little bit of love, give us a thumbs up. The last thing I am going to ask you guys, and we'll close with that, is, well, we won't quite close with it because we got a super chat. Hill Betty Detective, CRM, there for the weapons, bad timing. True. She just happens to get caught in the crossfire. And maybe she won't be taken. Maybe she'll kind of track them down, and that'll be her story. But certainly, if she doesn't have a choice in the matter, that would fill in the plot hole with getting back to Judith. So I did ask you guys, and many people have typed. You don't have to do a whole paragraph, but I do want this to be a permanent part of our stream. This stream because it's pre-Thanksgiving. So on the Facebook fan page, I asked what you guys are thankful for. So if you guys could do me a favor and take us out of here into Thanksgiving, and just type something in comments that is appropriate, that you are extremely thankful for this Thanksgiving. And for me, it is health, happiness, 3 wonderful, beautiful kittens, my extended family, the 999 Army, and the opportunity to do something that I really, really enjoy doing, which is broadcasting to you guys every night and developing a really awesome game in Play Dead Live. It has all the elements of social interaction, of gameplay, of strategy. This game is more than a game to me. It's a unifying social platform. And I hope you guys have seen what we try to do with that in the interaction. And if you haven't participated on Friday nights, next Friday, join us, and hopefully you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful holiday. I will see everybody Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. Be safe and spend a lot of quality time with family. Talk to you soon. Peace.